coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Banky like to gamble, and he's already done scrap. He got everything. He got everything to bet. His money is good. You're gonna get paid. Everybody know that. He don't play games with money. It's a respect thing. Don't play with his money. You play with your money, and that's how it was. So when the Super Bowl was the next day, Banky ended up coming out in the pod, and he cut. Now the TV, he didn't cut the TV off, but I remember this because I'm standing on the top tail by my cell. I was still in cell 23. This was before I went to the hole. So he came out the cell with a laundry bag, and that was full of cigarettes. That junk was full of cigarettes. You know what I mean? I don't know what he was in it, but it was a big bag of cigarettes. And he put it on the table. He said, "Anybody who like Tom Brady, come put y'all money in this bag. I like the Panthers." I'm like, oh. So at the time, I'm around my homeboy Bear from Newport News. So I'm like, he like, yo, what he say? He like, man, that man say he like the Panthers. So this is the Super Bowl. You know, whoever is in the Super Bowl, they're gonna play hard. You know what I mean? But the thing but the thing is, he was playing Tom Brady. So like, I felt like Banky was tripping on that. But when you scrap, that's what you do though. You go against the odds. He already knew everybody was gonna bet with Brady. You know.
And I told y'all that you got to take a hunch to win a bunch. You understand? You got to go with the odds. If you trying to win big money, man, you gotta take risks. That's how I am in the dice game. When I play dice, I want everybody to be against me. So when I win, I beat everybody. Now if you lose, you might lose a little something, but that's why they call it gambling. So you had to take a hunch. At that time, I remember that too. I felt like the Panthers had some momentum, man, and I know for a fact everybody gonna ride with Tom Brady. They love Tom Brady. Tom Brady like a god in penitentiary. Tom, you a god in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You a god out here on that field, but he a god in that penitentiary, man. But I go against the grain on that type of stuff, man, because it's life, man. Most of the time in life, something extraordinary gonna happen. And you ain't gonna capitalize on what extraordinary happened if you ain't in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? So I took a hunch, trying to get a bunch. And I remember correctly, I got toe off. I lost on that. I remember that too, T.Y. I remember that. I lost on that, man. But it was something small, you know. It was something small. I had it at the time. So it really wasn't that much. But if I would have won, I just would have had more. But I do remember that, man. I done did that a few times. I did that when Brett Favre was playing. And what happened? Ching, ching, ching. Got to take a hunt sometime when a brunt. Brett Favre, greatest quarterback ever lived. Shall we continue?
I mean, long story short on that, y'all, whoever seen that Super Bowl, y'all see the Panthers almost won that Super Bowl.
Definitely,
to be honest with you. So he came up short. You know what I mean? But for us to get the money to bet, my roommate at the time actually was a dude that his name was man, he was from New York, man. He was my roommate for a second, man. His name was was it Marley Marl? I can't. It was something Marley Marl, something like Marley Marl. Might have been Marley Marl, but he was from New York. But I think he got locked up in Lynchburg. So he come in the room. When he come in the room, he's the type of dude. He hustles. He's on hustles. He was a New York dude. He was older than me. He was probably like in his late 20s, something like that. But he was on hustle status. You know what I mean? Dudes giving him work to sell. He coming. So anytime he came, he always had something to come in to sell with. And not only was dude giving, he had dudes that was giving him work to sell. He was running the parlay. The parlay is like FanDuel, y'all. FanDuel, I'm gonna do a story on that. That was FanDuel in the penitentiary. The parlay basically is a ticket they pass out every day. You can put your picks on the ticket. You gotta have it in before a certain time. You know what I mean? For like if it's Sunday football, you gotta have your ticket in before 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? It go like that. And there's one dude that has the money to back anything that you bet. So you write down your picks and you put your bet, you send your money in with the bet on the paper, and he got somebody that runs for him that brings the money. So my roommate was one of the dudes that was running for the main dude. I think his name was Wiz, but he was in one building, but he was a white dude. He was dumb scrap. Dumb.
Definitely name was Wiz. The white dude Wiz was penitentiary rich. Just like I told y'all that whoever run the parlay usually the richest dude on the camp. That's a lot. They got all types of money. Wiz was sharp. I just remember Wiz. You just brought back a memory too. Wiz was a hustling white dude. You know what I'm saying? Now you might say, okay, a white dude, man, you know, why ain't nobody robbing him? Ain't nobody doing this? Because he circulate money. And he got other people that's going to rumble for him. But if I remember correctly, Wiz won't no sucker. It ain't like he was gonna run for nothing. Ain't like he probably could have got no serious wins or nothing. But he was a legitimate cool white dude, and he had a little swag. You know what I'm saying? He had a little swag with him, but dudes rock with him, so he won't like a dude. Somebody gonna try to, because you try to do something to the drug dude or the or the parlay dude or something. You really taking away from the camp. Dudes want that. They want that because I told you penitentiary is nothing if it ain't but boring. It's boring. So you taking the parlay dude off. The parlay dude gonna have stuff jumping. Dudes gonna be trying to get at the parlay dude money. Dudes putting tickets in all day. You know what I'm saying? If I know for a fact now, I remember who with Wiz like to get high too. You know what I'm saying? So Wiz can get all that money. I could get money from Wiz because I had, you know what I'm saying, the weed, the work and stuff like that. So Wiz was a good dude. I remember Wiz. I do remember Wiz, but he was a parlay dude, but he got runners. He got dudes working for him all over the compound, bringing him money back and forth all day with this parlay stuff, and he paying those dudes. So if you do something to Wiz, you also cutting them dudes' food supply off. So you gonna have some problems. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, but I hadn't thought about the dude Wiz name for a minute. So yeah, he on point.
I'm talking super rich. So he was running the parlay. So my roommate running the parlay, he always, like I said, he was always, his hand was in everything. So he didn't smoke or do none of that either. So he was just always look out for me, like, yo, look, here, man, look, I'm dude, you know what I mean, doing this, look, just take this, you know what I mean? Like, you good. He's like, I just like to smell the weed. I don't like to smoke it. So I used to be in that junk getting lit.
You know? See what I'm saying? You can't get money if you want to get high. You gotta choose. you gotta choose, dog. That's how it go. The dudes that's gonna get the most money is the dudes that ain't got no vices. That's why I ain't never want to have no vices, but I never had a desire to get high anyway. So it just fit right in for me. But yeah, you can't get money if you try and get high, man.
You know what I mean? He was a good roommate, but long story short, me and Bell was like, yo, look, we gotta bet Banky, man. We have to. We have to bet this man. He was like, man, look.
You fly T-White.
Let's go see my roommate loan us 4 boxes of cigarettes. You know what I mean? We go to my roommate, like, look, because he had, like I said, he ran the parlay. So now he gets a cut off of everything he does. Like, he ain't getting no peon cut. He does his job and he gets his money. So he got a lot of cigarettes. So we was like, look, we trying to get 4 boxes of cigarettes, man. We was like, we lose, we'll just get our peoples to send. We gonna go half and get our peoples to send you the money. And I think 4 boxes of cigarettes were then, I'll say they was about 50. That probably would have been $200, I think. I think it would have been $50 a box. I think that's what it was. For 10 packs of cigarettes, $50 a box. So we was trying to get 4 boxes. He was like, look, I can't do 4 boxes. He was like, but I can do 2 boxes. He was like, y'all just bet on 2 boxes. You know what I mean? He was like, man, we gonna do it. Give it to us. You know what I mean? He gave us the 2 boxes. Me and Bear went down there. We was like, yo, like, we weren't really talking like rapport with him. Like I say, like, I knew who he was, you know what I mean? I seen what type of dude he was, you know what I mean? I'm in the pod doing me, he was in the pod doing him. But me and Bear went up to make that bet. We went to make that bet. We dropped it right in that net bag. He looked, he was like, all right, yo, we put it in that net bag. Y'all see how the Super Bowl is. Tom Brady gets another one, man. So me and Bear hit up for a box apiece, you know what I mean? Gave my roommate his stuff back. Everything was good, you know what I mean? But my whole point is, Banky goes against the grain, and that's what you're supposed to do when you bet that money. That was a good bet. I ain't gonna lie, because I told y'all the Panthers almost pulled it off. That was crazy, man. So that was like
Bear too, man. Bear was a balling little youngin, man. He was a balling little youngin. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bear was a balling little youngin, man. But Bear, hey, I'm just gonna listen. Bear was a balling little youngin. I say that.
Like my experience with him, kind of like before we became roommates, like that's what I went through, kind of like seeing who he was, like taking notes, how he, you know what I mean? Because he was official dude. I ain't gonna lie, he was rolling official. You know what I mean? I seen everything he was doing, like, you know what I mean? And it was just, that's how you supposed to do it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was like I was watching the blueprint of how this prison shit is. So, boom, I go to the hole for the dirty one. I get out the hole for the dirty, and they tell me I'm going to cell 5, 2C. So I'm like going back to my old barber, cell 5. So I'm trying to count. So before I went to the hole, y'all, he was actually roommates with the dude that y'all probably see him with now, that he always be with the white dude, Cody. That was his roommate for a minute. Like that was his roommate for a minute. He used to really, I forgot to name him. He definitely used to really rock with him. That was his dog. Mon, Cody, Munchie. Those were he ain't rock with nobody else. Everybody else was associates. Everybody else was associates. And I don't blame him because prison is nuts. So that's how it was. So he was roommates with Cody. So I guess when the situation happened with Cody, that's when his cell came up open. Boom. So now I'm getting out the hole, and they tell me I'm going to 2C, cell 5. So I'm like, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, who was that? I'm like, oh, that's the old head cell. That's the old head. And
old head. Now, I had that other Bama in there for a short time, but I told you I had to get rid of him. Then that's why my cell was open.
Call you old head, Banky, but nah. Yeah. I was 20, so you was 30 or 30s. I ain't really call you old head. I'm like, that's the old dude, the older dude, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's the dude, Banky. So I'm like, well, I'm straight though, like, you know what I mean? I ain't one of them, like, for real, like, if you don't want to go in the cell with somebody, you got the option to stay in the hole or do some other. They're not going to do a whole lot. You're supposed to get out and go in the cell. As long as it ain't homosexual or nothing like that, just go in the cell. You know what I mean? Like, we'll work it out later. And I know I'm one of them dudes that I can live with anybody as long as both of us on the same page. I already know I'm going into his cell, and I'm the same way when somebody come into my cell. Like, this is kind of like what's going on. I'm definitely know I'm not getting the bottom rack. Banky been down a minute. He definitely got a bottom bunk. You know what I mean? He's on the bottom bunk. So I'm definitely, when I come out, I know I'm going to the top bunk, which I respect that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get me a bottom bunk sooner or later. So at the end of the day, it was cool. I'm like, man, I'm going to cell, bro. I'm like, it's nothing, man. Like, I'm pretty sure me and him can get along because I ain't one of those type of dudes. So I get out the hole.
I lost someone, and then things changed.
I get out the hole, y'all, and I come in the pod. Everybody like, yo, Weezy, what's good? T-White, what's good? Everybody holler at me. Boom, I put my stuff in the junk. So he on the phone. I come in the junk. Boom, they open the door for me. Boom, I go in and take my stuff in there. So I know dudes are there. So at the time, my homeboy Fink was in there. From Northview. Fink was in there from Norfolk. And it was another dude named Nate, which was my I think he was a Lil Rick homeboy, but me and him ended up getting cool. But Nate is from Portsmouth. Lil Nate was from Portsmouth, you know what I mean? So he was in there. And it was somebody else in there too that I can't think of, man. It was another person, you know what I mean, that I was rocking with. My homeboy, my old crew, you know what I mean, they gone now. Bear gone. Ike Dirty gone, you know what I mean? Everybody's gone. So I'm like, dang, man, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm dolo, but it's like, I'm just happy to get out the hole. So boom, I get out the hole, I go in and sell with Banky, you know what I mean? So when he come in, after he get off the phone, he come in there, he's like, what's up, man? I'm like, ain't nothing, man, I'm chilling, man. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, man, I'm glad he brought you instead of one of these maniacs. I forgot what he said, but I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I'll be chilling. You know what I mean? I ain't one of them dudes. I have my own stuff. I have my own TV, my own color TV. I have my own CD player. I had, you know what I mean? I was gonna go to commissary and get my own commissary. You know what I mean? I had everything. You will get a roommate in there, and you will mess around and get a roommate, and he don't have nothing. Like he'll just come in there with him and his bags that they give you, like paperwork in his bag. He got nothing. He don't got no TV. He ain't got no wall. He ain't got no CD player. He ain't got no commissary.
I done had plenty of them. Them cold Bamas. I don't be one of them jokers in my cell. Some of them, though, I ain't gonna lie. I had some of them that they just ain't had nothing, man. They just ain't had nobody looking out for them, but it was cool. It's very rare, though. Normally, when you get them ones in there, they ain't got nothing. They begging, they asking for something all day. When they ain't begging in the cell, they begging outside the cell. They don't never try to get nothing. And then the crazy part about it, most of them, they get high. So when they get something, they want to get high. You don't even want to have no food in your box. You don't want to have no cosmetics. You don't want to have nothing to take care of your hygiene. And you think I'm going to do it for you when you do touch some money and all you do is get high? Nah, bro. Nah, nice try, wrong guy. You got the exit stage left up out of here. But he had all this stuff. He had everything he needed. Like I told you, he had good people, man. His people came to see him, moms and pops on a regular. Send him money. Look out for him. So he was in a good position. And then, like I said, he was a youngin' that would listen. He won't radical. He won't, game. He won't run around acting crazy, talking loud, trying to draw a crowd, trying to impress people. He won't doing none of that. That's why I took a liking to him. Because I seen that he was a good little youngin', you know what I'm saying? He had his head on straight. Only thing T White want to do is smoke some weed. He want to smoke some weed now. He want to smoke some, and I'm cool with that. That's your thing. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke. I'm never going to attempt to try to tell a grown man what to do. But other than that, man, yeah, he definitely was a good seller.
You ain't got nothing, so those can be the worst roommates, man. Like you drive on somebody that got their own stuff. Like dudes that share their TV with you, but like you gotta have your own stuff, man. Like it's no excuse for not having your own stuff. Like real talk. So I have my own stuff. Period. I have my own stuff. So that was another thing. So I know he noticed that I had my own stuff. You know what I mean? He know I was a cool young dude from the beginning when I was in the pod. You know what I mean? He know I wasn't in a gang. You know I wasn't with none of the BS and none of that. But I think he didn't notice that I still be trying, like, I'm trying to shake. So this is kind of like really my first shake, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If I can remember right, I think this is the first time I actually got my first package when I was in the cell with Banky. No, I'm serious. I ain't joking, man, because if y'all go back to the story when I was like, weed everywhere, when we got dirty yours and we went to the hole, my homeboy, I told y'all my homeboy was getting the package from his homeboy that was from Portsmouth in the other pod. And he knew his homeboy because they came from St. Bride's together. So when me and my man went to the hole, he went to a whole nother building. But when I went to the hole, I went back to who I was at. The dude that my man was rocking with, he was actually still in the same pod, which was next door in 2D. So while we in the hole, me and my man corresponded, we sending kites. And when I get out, he found out I'm down there. So when I get out, my homeboy, he jive, like he ain't really tripping about, you know what I mean? He can get whatever he want, but he ain't tripping. So I hollered, I'm like, look, see if dude let me run a play. You know what I mean? See if dude let me run a play, man. Let me run a play. Let me run one of those plays that you was running. Let me run one time. You know what I mean? He's like, bro, I don't care, bro. He's like, holler at him. He always leaves like, matter of fact, I'm gonna write him a kite. So he wrote the dude a kite. Dude already knew me anyway, because I used to always be with my homeboy when we go outside and smoke. We was already like kind of equated cool. And at the end of the day, all he trying to do is get something to smoke. Like I said, he can bring it in, but I don't think he was able to get nothing. You know what I mean? Which was crazy to me. Like you should have been able to get your own, but he used to, you know what I mean, want to rock with somebody and we split it down the middle. You know what I mean? That's how I used to go. And I think sometimes he used to be beating us. You know what I mean? Which, you know what I mean? Because when I say that is because we never around when he break it down. He'll get the whole ounce and then just send half over there. You know what I mean? So, and I used to see him do that with Dirty. So, you know, at one point I'm like, yo, why you don't ever go over there and break it down with him? He like, man, just it's hard. He was like, I don't want to go in this cell, do what people gonna be looking at. And I understood that too. So me and him actually finally did business. You know, me and him talked after my man wrote the kite. Me and him talked. He was like, yeah, look, I'm going over this weekend. If you can make it happen, this is my people's number. Tell your peoples to call my peoples, you know, and we can make it happen. So boom, I called a good friend of mine, man. You know who you are. You came through for me. You came through for me like you always did. You always used to come through for me when I called you, man. And this dude ain't even in the streets, y'all. And I love this dude to death, man. But he always used to come through for me. I ain't even gonna lie. I need you, bro. Look, boom, 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 boom. Do this for me. And I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back in a minute. So I need you. Not only I'm asking for him to do it, I'm asking for two favors. I need him to do it and I need him to buy it. But I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back ASAP. Yeah. I watched my man do his plays. So I'm on the same thing. I'm trying to do it. So like I think this really is my first pack. So me and him make the play. So I'm in the cell with Banky. So we wind the tape a little bit, man. You know, now that I'm in the cell with Banky, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all.
My name is Ashley Puyol. I am the founder of a small company named Unwrap.
Y'all seen the meals he be making, man, on his channel, man. Listen, Banky was a chef. So just imagine, like, before me and him was roommates, and like I told y'all, he messed with Mon, Munchie, and his roommate Cody. So it'll be four of them. Just imagine they'll go work out. Like some nights, man, like, you know what I mean? It's a rough time. It ain't rough, but like we waiting on commissary. Like dude's hungry. Dude was super hungry. Banky was full up. He had everything. So like, you know, Mom wasn't broke either. Munchie wasn't broke either. Like, you know, but we just fresh coming in. We still trying to grasp of you can't be in here not no commissary. You got to always have commissary. That's a must. Like, and I learned that. Like this, that's why I said I used to take notes, man. Because this is how you live. And Banky gave the blueprint, man. He gave the blueprint for me. I don't care what nobody say, man. He definitely did. So, you know, just imagine everybody out, like, sometimes everybody, like, we go to dinner. You done went to dinner. Now it's like 8, 9 o'clock. Them boys done worked out. You know what I mean? After they work out, next thing you know, you might see Banky going to the table. He got something that look like a lasagna. Like, Banky was always making some when I say exclusive, man. You know, we cut the sausages up with the cheese at that time with the soup, and You know what I mean? Maybe make the old school swole, just throw the chips and the crackers and the joint in there, mix it, let it cook, and eat it like we green. Like we haven't even learned the cooking game yet in prison. Banky is already advanced, and this is with no microwave, y'all. This is no microwave. This man used to make his pizza used to look. I used to be like one day, I ain't gonna lie, it was one of their birthdays. One day I was about to ask them, man, let me get a piece of that pizza. That pizza looked good as hell one day, but he was a chef, so now.
If you ain't put in, you ain't getting it. That's how it used to be though, man. We used to whip them meals up, man, after we done worked out all hard and everything. And see, you don't need no microwave when you know what you're doing. You understand me? Microwave ain't nothing but an enhancer. You got to already know how to whip up that pure deliciousness, man. So yeah, we definitely used to be grubbing, man. And then, you know, like I say, if you ain't got food to last from commissary to commissary, man, I'm telling you, man, your stomach gonna be touching your back up in that joint. You're going to be hungry come late night. No matter whether you done worked out or not, you're going to be hungry. If you worked out, you're going to be hungrier. So it's a must, man, that you had that commissary. This is what a lot of violence stem from in prison. Dudes is scheming, plotting, doing all this larceny, this skullduggery, because they trying to get something to make sure they had something when them hunger pains hit in. And this is what lead to a lot of violence in prison, man, because dudes going to try to separate you from what you got because they ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat in prison, man. You got to. Because what they serving you over there in that kitchen, shh, man, you better off not eating it up.
Now I'm in the cell with him. I already know what he said. Cause he gonna eat with his roommate. He ain't a petty dude. Like like I told you, I learned that you just have to be like how he was in prison. You gotta be serious. You gotta be on point. And you can't rock with everybody, man. You know what I mean? You gotta pick who you trusting because you can't trust everybody in there. You gotta hope the ones that you trusting don't cross you. So that's how he moved. And I respect that, man. So, now that I'm in the cell with him, he like, look, what you trying to eat? And this was, boom, I came in there, I had some stuff when I got out the hole. You know what I mean? But they was actually, we were putting our sheets in. We was going to commissary like 3 days later or something like that. I'll say like 3 days later. So, boom, I get my commissary. He like, look, you trying to make something to eat? I'm like, yeah. He like, what you trying to make? He was like, I'm going to make it. I'm just give me, he was like, matter of fact, just give me, he's letting my stuff. He was like, just give me the sausages, 2 soups, the cheese. It was a few things he asked for. Boom, I gave it to him, man. Banky used to be in there making the banging pizza. I'm talking about his pizza he used to make the pizza with, y'all see the, I can't eat that stuff no more. Banky, you're a good one for eating that stuff still. I ain't gonna lie, I can't eat it no more. I'm done with the swolls, I'm done with the meals. I'm done with that, man. But I ain't gonna lie, he used to make the pizza with he'll use the tortilla wrap, the tortilla wraps, like the taco wraps, the soft shells, and that's how he'll make his pizza. When we used to make pizza, we'll just make the swole and form it with our hand and let it cook and get hard, then put the toppings, then, cut it. That's how we eat our pizza. His pizza used to be with the tortilla wraps, and when he cut it and he give it to you, it'd be like a real slice of pizza. Oh, that shit, I can't explain it. It was different. So, I'm in the cell with him, so the man is cooking, he's cooking that shit, y'all. He's cooking that stuff. He's cooking that stuff, man. I'm talking about, it was crazy, man. Like, he was actually cooking that stuff, man. So, like, boom.
Pure deliciousness is what.
Have a seat. A what?
Is this having a seat?
Barbara, can we get someone in here, please?
Galaxy AI is here. It's a new era of innovation, of endless possibilities.
Everything was cool. Like, he seen that I wasn't in the way, dude. You know what I mean? I was young, but I wasn't in the way. So he took a liking of me, man. You know what I mean? He started introducing me to good books, man. He always said too, man. I can't remember the name of that book, man. I want to say
Blood in My Eye, man. And you owe me my book, man. You got my George Jackson book, man. You owe me Blood in My Eye, man. I was just telling somebody recently in my chat, man, about books to read. Blood in My Eye, man, is George Jackson, the Conrad, man. Yeah, I left, man. You had my book, man, but he used to read. I used to, like I say, you got to try to steer somebody in the right direction, man. You know what I'm saying? All that tomfoolery and all that stuff, man, you in the penitentiary, man. Upgrade yourself. Educate yourself. Get your health in order. Get your habits in order. Get your life in order, man, because we ain't doing nothing but sitting still. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing but sitting still, man. Everything ain't about the hustle, man. You got to perfect self, too, man. You got to put something in to even be able to put something out. So I used to put him up on good books. You know what I'm saying? He used to work out anyway to do a little workout. He a big old boy. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, man. So, you know, feed the positive, stop the negative, man. So, like I say, that was another reason why I took a liking to him, because he was receptive to good information. The average young dude in prison is not. You can't tell them nothing because they're going to feel like you think you they daddy. You think you trying to son them. You trying to, you know, you better than them. You locked up. Well, you going to tell me, okay, it's a way to survive in here, though. It's a way to survive in here, you know, and you want to make that path as smooth as possible if you can. So that's why you get youngest game, man, because, you know, you wish somebody would have gave it to you when you came in.
Say blood in my bone. I think that's the name of the book, man. But he used to school me about a lot of stuff. And like I said, I used to see how he moved, and I'm taking notes, man. Like Banky moving around, like the way he moving around, I kind of end up moving around like that in the future. The way he was moving around. And like that was the blueprint, like I said. So boom, when I end up getting it packed, like it was crazy. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I ain't trying to, like I say, I gotta keep the way I move. I try to stay consistent how I move. Like, I ain't gonna come in the cell with them, you know what I mean, showing that I'm an official young boy, and you know what I mean, get the pack and just start being reckless. Like, so now I'm really like, so boom, I get the jump and I tell him, I'm like, look, I got this. This is what I got. You know what I mean? Dude, give it to me before count. You know what I mean? I come in the cell with it. Boom. I'm like, look, I got this jump right here, man. I was like, look. You know what I mean? It was like my first pack. He actually was like telling me what to do with it, kind of like, and I knew what to do with it, but he was kind of helping me with like the weight stuff, kind of like, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's kind of on point because he don't want to bring nothing in his cell. He a vet. He know of his drugs and his weed. He already know how the game is. So I know he was a little skeptical, like, I hope Younger don't move wrong. But I didn't though. You know, I came out in the pod. I dipped out for the rest of the night, went mess with my homeboy at his cell, smoked in his cell. You know what I mean? I didn't know what he had going on. He moved like he an official dude. Who knows if he had a phone around that time? I didn't know. You know what I mean? He probably had a phone when I was his roommate. I didn't know. But at the end of the day, I want to bring no hot situation to the cell. You know what I mean? That's how I move. I want people to move the same way when I'm in that position he is. So, boom. You know, I moved around. I went and smoked with my homeboy. Went and messed with them for a little bit, and everything was good. You know what I mean? Everything was good. Made a few plays, hollered at a couple dudes, sent my man something down there who plugged me with dude. You know what I mean? Looked out for my peoples. Everything running smooth, man. Getting a little commissary, but it's quiet. You know what I mean? I wanted a lot of my stuff on store day anyway, so I didn't want to do, because I had stuff. So I didn't want to like be out there and like selling massive stuff. No, like I gave my homeboy something, and I'm like, yo, you can sell what you want, but this you want, bro. I gave Fink something, do what you can do, and that was that. So I got the pack, and I see that he saw that I moved kind of right with that. Like I wasn't moving crazy. You know what I mean? I was moving right. So, boom. One day, man, so I was winding the tape, man. I meant to say, you know what I mean, around this whole time, Banky is actually the barber in the pod. Now, the barber in the pod, first of all, if you will be in the barber in the pod, you can't be no punk because dudes are test the limit with you. Dudes get mad if you like you get supposed to get a haircut once a month or something like that. Like that's the rule. But you know, the barber gonna make his money on the side and cut hair. So you know, Banky, he really don't need no money. So you know, he just cutting hair really just I'm guessing for the job. Because I know he didn't really need the money. When every other place I've been, every barber, they usually hustling like everybody else. Like that's their hustle. Like they gonna do them once a month if you want to get technical, but like they gonna cut hair as they hustle. So Banky was the barber. You know what I mean? So he's always getting the door stayed open, man. That's another thing I liked about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I did it, you know, like I say, because you got a program. You gotta have a job. So it's part of my program. And you know, like I said, I could cut hair, so it really won't no thing. But far as for the money, I won't really in it for the money because that's small money. But you do have them jokers, like I done told y'all, get mad because they want their haircut when they won't think they going to get their haircut every time. Man, no, and you can't move me with money. Look, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you, though. You couldn't, I'm going to pay you. Ain't paying me is not going to make me move faster because that's small money anyway. So I used to run into those little type of problems. But like I say, dudes know who they was dealing with when they deal with me. They could have acted stupid if they wanted. They got a corner sale over here. You could go in anytime you want to. You know what I'm saying? I take you right there and give you what you want. You ain't get no haircut. You gonna get something else. You know, so I ain't never really had no whole lot of problems like that. Just a little popping off, but I straightened it. But it never was nothing that led to that because they weren't really trying to do that. But yeah, you got to have a jump when you working with that barber. Yeah, you got to be on point. They get that job to anybody, man. It's gonna be some problem because jokers will be handling. They'll be taking the clippers and everything, man. But
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. coming out here after 30 years, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.